go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Hello and welcome in, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome in to the Dallas Cowboys Game Time EAFC 24 Championship. Today, the finals is going to begin where players had 4 qualifiers that they had to get through to get here today, but I can't do this alone. I am joined by a wonderful expert, King Cryptics. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to watch some matches. These games are going to be absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful day for soccer. I mean, we got the UCL finals. We got these finals. I mean, dude, there's so much to look forward to, and we have so much to do. I'm very excited. Dude, I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I myself am pretty excited because this is not my usual territory, but we're super excited to be here because I recently have been getting into soccer as well. You know, I watched Ted Lasso. No, kidding. We know some things, but hey, we got some rules to go through because players did go through, again, as we had mentioned, 4 qualifiers they had an opportunity to advance through. So these are the best of the best. And the top 4 will play through a championship bracket, and there will be best of ones, Cryptics.
There will, and it's cool because it's like usually, you know, maybe you see a best of 3 series, but best of 1 is really, it's like do or die. So you really got to make the most of it. And I mean, it's just, you got to play the best, man. That's really all it is. You got one game to prove yourself and prove that you belong at the top. Which, I mean, that's what we're all here for, right?
Right. Like, you have to prove you're the best and prove that you're, like, there's some bragging rights, right? Because we have an amazing prize pool options to pick from, right? Bragging rights to hit that Dallas Cowboys VIP training camp experience. Like, what?
That's insane. Can we talk about that? Bro, that's awesome. You literally get to go to the Dallas Cowboys training camp with a VIP experience?
All inclusive. Like, all inclusive. Why wouldn't you pick that? So keep in mind, for those of you who don't know, the first place team, the one who wins it all, the first place player does get to pick which one they want from these 3 prizes. So that Lenovo Go as well is the Lenovo M9 tablet. But why wouldn't you pick the Dallas Cowboys VIP training camp experience? All inclusive, paid. So that is amazing options to choose from. And the last 2, of course, they go to the remaining 2. So everyone wins here today if you get into that top 3 spot, Cryptics.
Nah, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, which one would you pick here? I mean, obviously I think the Dallas Cowboys training experience for both of us, but I mean the Lenovo tablet as well. I mean, dude, Lenovo has been killing with the technology and the sponsors as well. Amazing sponsors of this tournament. We love Lenovo out here.
Oh, we certainly do. So thank you so much again to Lenovo. I was gonna say they are amazing. Where again, Lenovo makes smarter technology for all. So embark on an epic gaming journey with the Lenovo Legion Go. This powerhouse packs a Windows 11 gaming PC in your hand, empowered by AMD Ryzen, the Z1 series processors. So you experience gaming mastery, not only that with FPS mode, detachable controllers, and an immersive 8.8 quality HD display. Lenovo, the Legion Space connects to popular launchers for easy access to your favorite titles. Not only that, with a 49.2 watt-hour battery and a fast-charging game on move without limits. absolutely insane. And also, too, thank you so much to Ford, the keys to the game presented by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 46 years. But King Cryptix, what are the Ford keys to the game? What do players need to do to win here today, expert?
I mean, it's like ultimately, like we were saying earlier, man, best of one. So you really got to come out of the gates hot. Usually, in a best of three, you have a little bit of time to warm up. First game doesn't go your way. You can mentally adapt. You can figure out what it's going to take to beat the squad. But you really got to be able to adjust on the fly here. You have no time to sit there and think, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing to break my team? What can I do to break his team? Like, you get in the game, you play, guy scores a goal on you, you adjust instantly, bro. You got halftime to think, maybe 30 seconds, cool. You get into the second half, you got to keep going, bro. It's going to be a matter of adjusting on the fly. It's going to be a matter of consistency. It's going to be a matter of who can get the job done when it needs to be done. Because ultimately, you can work it up the field, you can do what you need to do, but the ball has to finish in the net. And it's a matter of who scores the most goals. It has to get in the net. Don't got to look pretty, but you just got to get in the net. So we'll see what they can do. I mean, it's the keys to the victory, man. I think that's really what it's going to take. I just think it's really just going to be a game of confidence here because you can't slack off on your opponent. You just got to give it full gas on the pedal and give it everything you got.
No, that's absolutely correct. I myself used to compete in other games. I know that is literally, you are absolutely right. You have to be able to adapt. You can't fold under pressure. And that's one of the things I was watching one of my friends actually compete in the qualifier number 4. And like, he just kept raging. I'm like, bro, like lock it in. You can't fold in these moments because you know how to outsmart your opponent. You know what you need to do. Stay locked in and focus in your game. But having that adaptability and adjusting on the fly, I think that's absolutely, as a competitor, you have to have the confidence in your gameplay for sure.
Nah, for sure. And I mean, ultimately, that's what tournaments like this are for, right? We want to see the best gameplay. We want to see who can do it the best. And for me, I love to learn from watching gameplay as well. So it's great. We get to see some of the top tier gameplay in North America today here on the official Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel, which is incredible. And I couldn't be looking forward to it more, man. This is awesome.
Can we talk about that? The fact that the Dallas Cowboys has hosted tournaments such as Fortnite, Rocket League, Madden, and more games to come. So to truly be a part of this, truly grateful. Thank you so much. Dallas Cowboys Game Time Series. This is the finals today for EA FC 24. And gosh, I cannot wait to get into it. We have a crazy matchup on this first one too. I believe as we do take a look at the bracket in the finals, we are going to be seeing Chris A. Lopez versus Gotio SSJ. So I'm sure that's a little reference there to a certain anime we all know, huh? And then on the other side, we do see Steven RT 34 versus ADIDA. So talk to me, King Cryptix. What do you think about some of these matchups?
I mean, honestly, dude, I don't entirely know what to expect just because we have no idea what teams these guys are going to come into the match with, right? Maybe they've done some research on their opponents. Maybe Chris is going to be out here using France, so Goteo is going to have to figure out a team to break that, maybe Man City. But ultimately, I really just think it comes down to what teams these guys are using, and maybe we see some outcasts. Like, I think mostly we'll see some, like, Man City. We'll see Real Madrid's. We'll see France's. So, maybe I'm looking forward to see maybe a Bayern in there, maybe a FC Barcelona in there. It'd be cool to see something different. And I think that if you can take advantage of that, maybe catch them off guard, you can absolutely win the tournament. Me personally, I mean, I think Chris could take it. I got Adida for the second match. What do you think?
Yeah, I think for the second one too, I do have Adida as well. Just like because taking a look at some of these players. All right, so we do have, I think on cam, we're going to be actually talking about Chris A. Lopez and Goteo. First, we're going to see them, but both of these players, I feel like have one dominant person. It's going to be Chris, I'm going to say, to take the first one, and Adia on the second one, just because these are pros, right? Instantly,
for sure.
In their titles, they had pros. So you got Chris, PS4 Pro, right? Getting more active this year too, as well in the content side, but recently just competed at a LAN. So if you have that EMLS experience competing at a LAN and you're a part of the Columbus crew, a 3-time champion org, that's confidence.
That's insane. And I think we also just got word for the teams for the first match. We just found out Chris will be Real Madrid and Goteo will be Al Nassr. Now, that is a very interesting lineup because if you guys don't know, Real Madrid is probably the most, if not the most dominant team in this game. It's top 3 most dominant teams, and he's going to be matching up against Al Nassr. Now, I don't know if you guys keep up with the sport. Saudi League is a top-tier league, considered a top-tier league, but in the game of EAFC, where this team ranks compared to Real Madrid, it's clear, bro. Real Madrid is way up here. Al Nassr is real down here. The talent Real Madrid has, it's going to be a crazy matchup. And, I mean, Goteo is going to be fighting really hard, but anything is possible, especially on a day like this, especially in a tournament like this with so much on the line. Anything could happen, and you can't ever, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, like maybe Goteo knows something that we don't know. I mean, he does have SSJ in his name, right? Maybe he can say it. I don't know, but that is a valid point. Like, you have Madrid, a dominant team. Chris, obviously pro, confidence, knows exactly, not playing around, okay? So I don't know if Goteo is trolling right now, but regardless, we know that they do have one shot, right? This is a best of one, so you have one shot to move forward, and Chris is not playing around King Cryptix. How do you think that Goteo can even counter such a dominant team?
Look, man, I mean, Goteo, he has Cristiano Ronaldo on his team, right? And me personally, I'm more of a Messi guy, but we cannot doubt the abilities of Cristiano Ronaldo, and somebody who knows how to use him in this game is very dangerous. But, right, with that being said, we got Chris over here. This man has Vinny Jr., he got Jude Bellingham, he got Camavinga, right? He has all these weapons on Real Madrid, and Al Nassr is really, like, bro, you're stressing for sure. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think he could do it. I don't think if he would not pick Al Nassr if he did not have the confidence and he didn't know what he was doing. Because, like I said, bro, it's like earlier we were saying we want to see some wild cards. This is a wild card, but now it's just a matter of seeing how he's going to use it and what he can do to take advantage of this Real Madrid team. Because from the outside looking in, this looks nearly impossible.
There have been some situations that we've seen in esports history where the impossible can happen, but ooh, the odds are against you right now if you are Goteo. So I am so curious to see on this first game when it does begin. But on the other half of it, I mean, if we do want to take a look, I mean, and talk about the other side of the bracket, if you want to talk about maybe Steven and ADIA.
Adida, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I know what I want to say, but should I say it? But anyways, yeah, so take a look at this. So we don't really have too much, I guess, on Steven, except for the fact that Steven was a head coach for Infamous Gaming and has coached some players to top 16, top 8. So you have a coach versus a pro. 18 too. So young, getting that Dallas training at camp experience will be awesome as that for just being so young, right? But he has traveled to Germany just recently for VBL finals. So another player that has LAN experience.
Yeah, no, that's going to be awesome. And even like you mentioned, like we got a coach here. So it's like naturally, like as a coach, right, as somebody who played, if you guys play EFC, you know, pro clubs and, you know, there's a whole coaching thing in that, bro. It's like if you're a coach, you understand the game down to a T. But with that being said, a lot of coaches are coaches because they can't translate it on the field. Not saying Steven can't do that. I'm just curious how he's going to translate it from being a coach to being on the field. Clearly, he's done it already. He made it to finals. Finals day, you know, if you made it here, that's quite impressive. The amount of qualifiers we had to play through to get here, I mean, Steven clearly knows what he's doing. But once again, we got Adida, right? Adida came to win. Adida didn't just show up to show up. He's here to win. So it's going to be cool. We got a pro versus a coach, like you said. I don't know. It'd be cool to see the coach take this. Yeah. It'd be cool to see the coach take this, Dream.
Yeah, no, and there's situations where we do see, like, coaches know and see things essentially sometimes that players don't. Like, that's why coaches are important, right? They do help guide and help gain more confidence for those players. But Adida, though, definitely being young and having, I think I actually had a list of achievements from Adida too, because just recently, this is not only his first year competing, first place advancing to finals in Germany, taking second place, a lot of firsts place. Just
wow.
In the last 2 months. So just having that, I mean, do you have somebody, like, as we kind of talked about these 4 players, do you have a player in mind that you're looking that maybe can take the whole thing? Like, dare we maybe do predictions?
Now that you just mentioned, we got some. I mean, you know, Adida, I think you mentioned he took a few first places over in Europe, and I think Europe is you know, the scene over in Europe for EAFC compared to NA is, I think, maybe slightly more competitive. So I think that is very impressive, and I think if you have that experience and you've won tournaments over there, there's no reason why you can't win something over here. And I mean, right now we're getting right into the game. We already have the ball being worked up the field for the Real Madrid side of things. Obviously, in the backfield, we got Real Madrid versus Man City. Man City on a counter, working up the left side. Guardiola with the cross inside, immediately shutting it down. You guys are probably going to see a lot of crossing in this game. That just seems to be the strat right now, running down the sides, cross it inside, pass it in. We got Carvajal immediately kicking it up the right side. You don't want to force that. You're going to want to switch to that, which is what I think we're going to see here. Militao setting it up right again. I mean, we got Real Madrid off to a hot start. Chris seems like he knows his plan going into this. Dream, what do we think is score predictions? Do we have a score prediction?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Chris 3-0. All right, I think it's just I think it's gonna be 3-0 sweep, but we'll see as you know. I mean, looking at this, though, it's kind of looking pretty defensive heavy. And I mean, we talked about you know, the team swapping here, so it is, like you said, Man City. So yeah, definitely looking at least better. If you want to go take almost a score there, but what a save that was.
Rudiger with an insane positioning for the insane save. It's cool because earlier in the game, I think we saw the first offensive plays for both teams. If you realize, they did the same thing back to back, right? It's like I was saying earlier, what it's going to take to win this game, you have to keep trying until you find something that works, right? You have to keep adjusting on the fly. And once you find that thing that works, you keep doing it. So it's like, if you'll see a lot of times, they'll keep doing the same thing, and then eventually they'll just completely switch it up, which is what Man City just did on their previous offensive attack. And now we're going into a pause here. I think we're seeing some settings adjustments. I'm curious where the subs are going to be at, how those are going to play into everything. And now we're headed over to game 2. This is, oh my goodness, this is quite a this is a wild card, man. This is a wild. What is this?
Oh.
Milan. I mean, it's 2-1. 2-1. Milan is down 1. We're working it up the side of the field. I'm not too sure which team is which. But regardless, this is quite impressive because Milan overall is a very dominant squad. So being down 2-1 this early on is quite interesting.
It's interesting.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, we have I just got word Adida is SVW, and then Steven is Milan. So I mean, I think Steven kind of took the smarter approach here, taking Milan. But I mean, Adida, I think there might be some club loyalty. I don't think anybody would pick SVW unless they were your favorite team. And the fact that he's able to pull this off with SVW in a 2-1 lead this early on in the game, once again, it's quite impressive. So, I mean, good for SVW. We're seeing them throw the ball, working it up the left side of the field. We're seeing some player locks. Beautiful save there from Milan. Working up the right side again. It's just, it's crazy, seeing the ball work, and they're trying anything they can, man. It's so cool to see. I love this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, I mean, you had mentioned Adida is up in score right now, so beautiful pass over there. And this is to Alvaro up in the front. And, I mean, talk to me about some of the striker players. Like, who are we looking at that we need to have some of these passes to? Maybe take some of these shots as one does go in.
God.
Oh, my goodness.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, 3-1.
Beautiful play from Adida.
This is insane. Like you were saying, Adida has the EU experience. He has land wins. He has all that. The coach, unfortunately, he's not transitioning the abilities into the game. But, I mean, with that being said, this game is very fast-paced. Being up by 2 goals, a lot of people would argue, is the worst lead to have. So, I don't know. I think it's very possible that Milan here can bounce back for sure. And personally, I would love to see that. I would love to see a game go to overtime, maybe penalty kicks. I don't know if you guys are down for that, but
maybe we need some crazy chip shots or something like that. But either way, the coach the coach is down right now, and maybe we could get some offensive going right now. As that is a long pass to Theo, and maybe, but that was a beautiful block from Adida.
Great play from Adida here. I mean, obviously, Teo Hernandez is one of the best left backs in the world right now. That's a threat for sure. And like I was saying, the threats depend on the team you're playing. And when you have a left back that crazy, that aggressive, that talented, you really got to, oh my goodness, Christian Pulisic almost scoring a goal. But, I mean, you got to watch out for that. You got to understand, Teo Hernandez, he's not just there to play defense. He's running up the whole side of the field. He's there to make plays happen. He's a playmaker. So you got to be ready for that. And running a team like FVW, it's impressive how he's able to hold him off for this long. I mean, props to Adida, man. Like, he came to win today.
Yeah, and if you all came to win, just a reminder for those of you at home, Cowboy Nation, thank you so much for joining us. This is the Dallas Cowboys Game Time Tournament Series, the finals today, as we're switching between two games, and we currently have Adida, the young 18-year-old pro that the last couple of months has been winning everything, up 3-1 to right now. So just wanted to thank you so much again to the Dallas Cowboys, and man, this has just been awesome. This is just 6-1, the one of many, Cryptics.
Yeah, I mean, it is. We got a few more matches here today. We're gonna be transitioning back over to game one real quick. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. What did we miss here, man? Like what? 3-0. 3-0. I mean, from Real Madrid to City. I mean, this is a crazy matchup. I mean, I don't think I would have ever expected 3-0 from Real Madrid versus City. But I mean, man, clearly Real Madrid's been working up the field. City on a run right now. Unfortunately, not able to finish it. Maybe we can make some out of this. Unfortunately, not. Militao, one of the best center backs in the world. Locking it up. Real Madrid working it back up the field. We're going to see an interesting counter from Madrid. Unfortunately, does not work out. De Bruyne with the ball, dropping it back to Gvardiol. Gvardiol looking for his options. De Bruyne looking for the option. Best center mid of the world. Rodri sending it to Haaland. The passing is insane. The tiki-taka is impressive. You got to tip it. We're seeing the space played. We're seeing the lanes played. It's just like that. Oh. Beautiful finish from Man City. But we got two more to go. We got 2 more. The game is not done. I mean, it's going to be, if we witness this comeback, it's great. We have 2 3-1 games right now, which is madness.
Absolute madness right now, and Chris is not playing around. Man City switch up here, but regardless, that was a point well needed. And that pass all the way up top.
Yeah, I mean,
Man City does get control back.
And they do, and Real Madrid instantly stealing it. I mean, unfortunately, did not send that through ball to Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. being one of the quickest players, probably the fastest player in this game, Vinny Jr. You got me personally, I'd be using him a lot more. But hey, I mean, it's halftime now. They got time to think. They got time to adjust, but not too long. They got like 30 seconds. So we'll see. We'll see what adjustments are made. We'll see if there's any subs. I'm expecting more subs, probably around the 60th, 70th minute. But I mean, overall, Man City has a bit of ways to go if they want to make something out of this game and make it onto the next round.
Yeah, so, and that's time to readjust. So I mean, if you're down. And if you are, in fact, on the losing end, how do we readjust here? Like, what do we do? Do we go to like a 4-3-3? Do we switch? Like, how do you think in these defensive positions? And you see, like, as we're taking a look at some of these balance plans, these tactics, these roles, what do you think would be the gameplay in terms of formation?
I mean, if you're Man City, you got to go all out, right? If you're Real Madrid, you're dropping it back, you're parking the bus, you're up 2 goals. There's no need to play aggressive. Save the stamina of your players. But Man City, they really got to go all out. And it's rough because Real Madrid, they're probably scoring off a lot of these counters, and Man City is like, if they got to send, a bunch of defenders up to try and help them score a few more goals, Real Madrid gets a counter, it's going to be an interesting situation. So it's scary because you're going to have to overcommit sometimes, but if you want to make something happen, that's what it's going to take. But at the same time, there's a risk that comes with that, and it's just part of the game. And
Walker to Foden. What a beautiful pass that was from Man City, but a steal, though, over.
Oh yeah,
from
Vinny
Real
Jr.
Madrid,
taking it up the wing.
Back to Vinny Jr.
Oh man, this is insane. It's just pass. It's just turnover. I mean, we're seeing some stressed out gameplay here. It seems both opponents here may be a little nervous. Real Madrid trying to hold this lead, and they have a lane there, unfortunately stolen by Man City. Kyle Walker sending it up to Phil Foden. Phil Foden inside to Rodri to Jack Grealish. Doku to Haaland. This is insane. Look at the tiki-taka. Foden with the long ball. Sending it out to Gvardiol, looking for a cross. Will he play it inside? He does. Unfortunately stolen by Antonio Rudiger. Jude Bellingham dribbling up the middle, looking for an option. Chouameni sending it up. We got a Real Madrid player up there with the ball. Joselu looking inside, unfortunately stolen by Kyle Walker. This is insane. The defense of Man City, man, they're doing a great job this half.
Yeah, and credits to Kyle Walker, right? Like, just literally with those blocks. But as we take a look over here to SVW, and you see Adida up 5-1 right now. All
right.
What is happening?
Adida is about to win this tournament with SVW is what's about to happen. He almost just scored off a corner kick. What are we watching here, Dream? What is this?
What are those? What are those plays?
Oh my gosh, man. The passing is magnificent. This man is a different breed, man. I don't know what to say. Milan is struggling clearly, and that team is so dominant. You got to think this guy is an absolute menace to society on this game. Props to Adida, man. This is absolute madness what we're witnessing. Pure domination on the pitch. And what's even crazier is, like, I really don't even know any of these players. I don't know, like, I don't know how to feel right now. This is insane. This is an absolute mind bender for this tournament.
Just doing it in a manner of fashion of playing with your favorite team, play comfortable, right? It doesn't matter. As long as you're comfortable, almost scoring 2 on a quarter kick. But here, on the offensive side, it is Adida all throughout this game.
Wow.
5-1, maybe 6. But that was a block that Steven needed. But how do you come back from this? Because it has been Adida's game the whole entire time.
Yeah, I mean, Milan's going to have to, one, get possession back. But, I mean, they're just struggling so much in their backfield. If you see Adida, you'll see it right here, man. The top of the box, his passing is incredible. The fast pace of the passing, it's just so hard to keep up with. And then on top of that, by the time Milan steals the ball, SVW's already set up, man. They're ready for defense, and they're pressing so hard. It just makes it that much harder to get out of the backfield. We're seeing finally a counter here from Milan. The passing is we're seeing a lot of left stick dribbling. He's stressing for sure. We got a beautiful ball to the outside. We're gonna see a cutback. Maybe a few skill moves, dropping it back. Maybe we see a switch. He tried for the switch, doesn't work out. I mean, overall, just wow. Are we gonna see something here? Not too crazy of a shot, and then just like that, SVW just working it up. I mean, the major difference you see right now between SVW and Milan is the passing, right? SVW, it seems every pass they make has intention. There's meaning behind the pass. Milan, it's like he's really just kind of just sending it wherever and hoping something works, but wow, and just like that, another goal from SVU.
That is just crazy, like absolute domination. And on the side too, we are just getting a score update from Madrid, just scored again. So it is 4-1, but Man City did counter back. So now I say that 4-2 now in the other game that we're seeing off screen. But here, 6-1, complete domination from Adida, passing it. And the passing has been the name of the game, completely in control. And well, there's a defense, maybe an attack that Steven might need, passing it over up top. But again, it doesn't even matter. This is Adida's game. Pro, the young pro, rightfully so,
yeah,
has been in control.
Nah, he's here to hold the title. He's here to keep his throne. I mean, Milan just, it seems they can't really get anything flowing here. I mean, they had the one goal, but I mean, their offense is just so... It's rough, man. It's rough, and obviously SVW is just, I mean, they're absolutely frying. So what can you do here? Like I said, man, best of one series, you don't have a lot of time to adjust. You really gotta know what to do on the fly. And just like that, we nearly see a 7th goal from SVW. But we are about to head over to the other match. Wow, 4-4. Dream. 30 seconds ago, it was 4-2, yes or no?
Whoa. It was just 4-2. Like 10 seconds, we blinked. Now we're at a tie game here. Man City versus Real Madrid, going in for the... Ooh,
yeah, no,
kind of a pop shot. That was a little bit of a stagger there.
Yeah, I mean, this could easily end up being game of the tournament with the comeback we just witnessed here. I mean, we're talking, it was 4-1 at one point. Kyle Walker making a run, looking for the cross to Erling Haaland. Courtois knocking it out. Lucky for Real Madrid. Valverde set it up the left side. Rodrigo on a run. We got a few substitutions that were made on the Real Madrid side of things as well. What a run. The defense is not doing anything. What a shot. Goal from City. Wow. Man City, we got a few minutes bounce back, Man City. We got 13 minutes. Dream, is it possible?
Could definitely be. This is where where exactly they need to adapt. Exactly what needs to happen, but that was a beautiful score from Madrid. And Chris, the steal from Man City. I was going to say that right there. Trying to do something. Man City, though, what a comeback, right?
Nah,
how did we blink? How did that happen?
Dude, I literally could not tell you, and now we may have another goal. Wow. Bro, like, this is insane. It's 5-5. This is literally like the first game. This is like the first game, and it's already 10 goals in that game. And now we're back to the other game, 7-1, pure dominance. We're gonna have 3 minutes here left in the match. I think it's safe to say that Adida will be taking this one, and he'll be moving on to the next bracket. I mean, yeah, that was quite the game to witness.
Yeah, there was. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but like seriously, Man City, Madrid, that was Chris and Teo going Super Saiyan, right? If you will. But yeah. I think with this game here, it is in fact Adida just in control on the offensive side and really just catered to the passing. But Chris,
oh my goodness,
excuse me, Steven tried to make something happen, but nothing. Doesn't matter.
Hey, yo, props to Steven for showing out. Look, man, Steven, clearly you know what you're doing, right? Clearly you know what you're doing. You're awesome. Keep doing your thing. But man, that Adidas is Adidas, Chris or Steven.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. But yo, we're back to the other
Tie
games,
game.
bro. 5-5. Real Madrid working it up the field. We're trying to see some dribbles with Vinny Jr. Unfortunately, not able to make anything happen. Rodri taking it up the side of the field. Going to see some through balls here. Beautiful combination of passes. Jack Grealish running up the side. That little lead, setting it up for absolute success. That'll make it 6-5. It's been so fast-paced. We don't even have time to celebrate these goals. We don't have time. They're just going. They're playing. They're going. And it's awesome to see.
And amazing it too, because if you will, it was in fact Chris that was up 3-0. Now it is in fact Goteo going Super Saiyan. Maybe Chris can get a tie here, but no. Man City trying to make something happen.
Yeah, this could easily, like I was saying, this easily could be the match of the tournament. I mean, the comeback is so impressive. I mean, you got to think earlier when I was saying, right, it's about who can make adjustments on the fly. I mean, clearly Man City knew what they were doing. We got Pep Guardiola behind the sticks over there for Man City, because that is impressive. And we're going to be going to extra time.
Wow. Extra time, so total attempts 3, goals 3.
Yeah, Jack Grealish, killer game for Jack Grealish. I mean, that's a hat trick for the kid. That's a hat trick for the kid. You got to tip it. I mean, going into this the extra time over, I mean, I'm curious what adjustments are going to be made here. I mean, what can you do? The players are winded. Is it? Oh, 5-6. Oh, yeah, sorry. Dude, I'm tripping all over the place.
I was going to say.
5-6, awesome. No, that's my fault. I was completely all over the place.
I don't know that was actually exciting because of how quickly it happened, right? It was in fact Chris Lopez. We hyped him up. Goteo had interesting picks, but then obviously the team switch. All right, we went to Man City. Completely went Super Saiyan right there. Absolutely amazing stuff. And coming into this, I don't think we had a stream for him. Like we didn't really know what was going on. And then like Goteo, like it's just expect the unexpected, right? Completely went crazy.
Nah, he did. It's awesome because those games were so fast-paced. We're taking a look at a few of the highlights here. I mean, look at the passing. Look how quick the passes are being made here to work it inside the box to find the space. I mean, it's just when you're in a situation like that, you see the open green, and it's really just a matter of making that combination in your head. What can I do to get the ball to that space? And naturally here, I mean, all game, SVW just seemed to be finding the space. Real Madrid as well, just playmake after playmake. Beautiful gameplay from both sides in this game, actually. I mean, both of them were finding the net on a consistent basis. It seems both were adjusting on the fly as they needed to. But at the same time, at the end of the 90 minutes, only one can come out on top. And that's what happened here for Man City. 6-5. We're looking at the final standings. We are in the finals. This is insane. We have Goteo versus Adidas. Who do we have? Who do we have here, Dream? What are you thinking?
Well, I want to just root for Adidas just because of like how crazy, obviously he sweeped Steven, but at the same time, the comeback from Goteo, I don't know if I can predict. I don't know if I want to jinx anybody because honestly, like that, you can't count the sweep out, but like you can't count out the comeback. Insane.
Yeah, I don't even know what to expect because it's like, if I'm being honest, right, look, Goteo absolutely dominated, right? No question. Adidas also absolutely dominated, but there was a lot more that Adidas had to overcome, and I think that momentum is flowing. When you win a game like that, you feel incredible. Now, Goteo just won, what was it, 7-1, 6-1, so he's feeling a little, right, like, not easy, right? Not like chill, relax, but it was definitely a little more of a walk in the park for him, so I'm curious what his mindset is going into this final match.
Yeah, it has to be like, I mean, even for either competitors, right? We know it's going into this, right? We have the Dallas Cowboys, the prizing, right? A all-inclusive trip, all right? So having that motivation, having that energy, completely wiping the floor, it was Adidas. But then on the other side, like, oh man, this is going to be such an interesting game. I cannot wait as we head into finals of the Dallas Cowboys game time. This is we're going to be doing more games, Cryptics.
We are. We have the finals coming up.
The finals coming up, but yeah. I believe we're ready for halftime. So we're going to go ahead and transition out into the Lenovo halftime show, and we'll be back with finals coming right after this.
I received this package on my desk about 4 days ago, and I've wanted to open this up and get going for 4 days now. I mean, I've been counting down every single moment for this. This is the Lenovo Legion Go. This is a brand new piece of technology from our friends over at Lenovo. They sent this to the Star in Frisco. I mean, you can see you got the trophies behind me, you got the monitor loop behind me. And now in front of me, I've got a monitor that is built for gaming on the go. So I'm really excited about this. I'm even going to move the camera down so that way you guys get a front row seat at how this is going to work. So I've got this thing opened up, and even here, look at this unboxing from what we've got from this point forward. I mean, this is gorgeous. Straight off the top, you've got the cover of what is a portable case underneath here. You got the shiny side of it. The charger is to the left here, or excuse me, to the right. I don't know my directions, apparently. Got my charger right here. The charger's nice and wrapped up. And this is actually a crucial part of this whole piece because it is fast charging. It's got that USB-C, and I saw it on the box. I was really excited about it. So you've got multiple chargers that could work like this. This one, of course, the 65 watts from Lenovo. It's an easy, lightweight product to use, and it's a quick charger. But this is the part that really is exciting. So you've got this open here. It is a beautiful cover. You've got the Lenovo on the background, the Legion logo. You got some nice little gadget looks here. Let me make sure and show that to the camera. And then you open this thing up. Oh man, I'm so excited about this. Not gonna lie. Here you go. That's the Legion Go. My goodness. It is a processing power of a gaming PC in the palm of your hands. It really is fantastic. I'm going to move the box out of the way. We got a great look at the box. There it is. Boom. Look at this thing. This thing is absolutely nuts. It is hardcore. You get to just pull the little tab and it pops out of here. It's got both gaming controllers on one side. So you got the detachable right here on the right side. You can pop that off just like that. And you can pop off the left one just like, oh, this one's a little bit tougher to pop out of here. Make sure not to break it. There we go. Boom. Can't break it. It's too durable. That's the number one thing. So then you've got basically in the palm of your hand, you've got a gaming PC. You've got its own PC. It's got a stand here on the back. It's got the cooling components on the back here as well. Up top, it's got some cooling and some ventilation here too. And whenever you pop it on, once it's ready to go, let's make sure it's ready to go. There it is. Legion popping up right there. The Lenovo Legion Go. It's a Windows 11 gaming PC powered by AMD Ryzen 7 series processor. So I've got my pin. I'm going to hide that from you. I don't want you to know my pin, guys. I can't be having that. But then you pop up into what is a desktop. I mean, look at this. That is a pure and simple desktop all the way through. I know I've got my ring light here, so you got a little bit of glare. Stick with us on that. You've got your entire lower bar here as you would on any other Windows 11 device. You've got the Windows Store, so you can pop up, and you got your settings and everything here. Everything touchscreen-wise, look how quickly that even works from a touchscreen standpoint. Then you pop it up, and this is the Legion menu. So you've got your own menu that you can pull up, and you've got gaming possibilities here. You can add game platforms. Of course, I've got my Xbox already in here because that's what I use back at home. So now let's try and play some games here. So I asked for this to, and I don't want to restart it. I asked for this to be preloaded with some games. Because, I mean, I'm a gaming guy, too. I'm not as much as Fallout. I know Fallout's listening. He's more of the gamer himself. But I love to go home and play games, including racing games. So I've got Forza on here, Forza Horizon. This is launching the game currently. While it's launching, I'm even going to put on some of these controllers back on. Make sure to click here as it's loading. It doesn't take very long to load. And Forza, as some of you at home might know, it takes a long time to load, and this doesn't take that long. I mean, we're starting from scratch here. Looky there. Look at that display. 8.8-inch QHD plus display. So, I mean, this is next level. Left controller attached gives you some little notifications there at the bottom. You can switch down here at the bottom. You can go to FPS mode, which is, of course, the screen only. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks like a console at home with Forza. Look how quickly that actually started up here. Then you go here to controller. You go to gamepad mode. You switch this little switch down here. You got gamepad mode, and then you can hit continue. Look at it loading up. This is a gaming PC in the palm of your hand. I mean, Fallout, if you want to jump back in here, have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, this is unbelievable.
Never in my life.
When I got this, and this isn't even just like I'm excited because I'm a gamer and I love working with new technology like this. I'm amazed. I really am. I am absolutely amazed. Look how quickly that was. That was the entire game of Forza and how quickly that just loaded. That's unbelievable.
That's insane. The part I've never seen before that's crazy to me is the fact that it's a full Windows 11 PC. Like when you mentioned that, I had to double take for a second and ask you, did you say it's an actual PC? I thought it was its own OS, its own software, like a Game Boy or a PS Vita or PSP back in the day. But no, this is a full-blown computer, can run any game on Windows while also having the custom Lenovo Legion software that boots up games. And yeah, look at those graphics. Wow.
Look at this. I'm even going to turn it up. You got the volume up here, so I'm going to turn it up just so that way you can hear it. I don't know if we probably got a music license that we probably can't do, so I'm going to turn that back down because I don't want to get into any copyright trouble here. But I mean, here we go. We got my little Corvette rolling, got something going here. I know our sponsor is Ford. I need to switch to a Ford Bronco or something cool to work with. But this is it. I mean, this is Forza on the Lenovo Go. And I mean, I'm doing donuts in the middle here, just getting ready to roll. I mean, it is a beautiful gaming device. It has everything you've ever wanted.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in back to the finals of the Dallas Cowboys Game Time EAFC 24 Championship, where we just saw some crazy games, crazy comebacks, and now we have the finals. It is Adida versus Goteo, and my goodness, we have some crazy prizes for today as the players will be playing Cryptics for all expense trip to see the Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Yeah, no, that's going to be incredible. And then obviously, they're, second and third, they are also playing for a Lenovo Go and a Lenovo M9 tablet. Me personally, I love Lenovo. They make amazing technology. So, I mean, bro, everybody is winning. Whoever is playing in this game, you win something, and it's awesome to play and win for something. I mean, Goteo and Adida both playing their hearts out in the first matches of this stream. I mean, I think combined they had a total of 13 goals? I think it was 13 or 12. It was 6 from Goteo and I think 6 from Adida. 7 from Adida, 6 from Goteo. So that's insane. We have a combined 13 goals in this grand finals from these guys. I'm just curious to see how they're going to end up playing against each other for these amazing prizes, obviously brought to us by the Dallas Cowboys at Ford and Lenovo.
Yeah, and at first we had a switch up too from Goteo, that Al Nassir switch up to Man City. So Goteo using Man City, taking that win 6-5. But regardless, that comeback, you can't count out the comeback. And you look at the pro on the other side, Adida taking it 7-1. Both players really going for that Dallas Cowboy VIP training camp experience. Why wouldn't you pick it? Because keep in mind, for those of you at home who didn't know, the first place player, the one who wins it all, gets to pick one of the three. Why you wouldn't pick the Dallas Cowboys VIP training experience, I have no idea. But thank you so much. That is the wonderful prizes to pick from. I mean, what are you picking, Cryptics?
Is that even a quet? Bro, I am going to Dallas. I am getting lit in Dallas. I'm getting lit with the players. We're going to be partying. Actually, no, it's training. We can't party with them. But I'm going to have a great time at the training camp. And, one of these guys will as well. As we're getting into this game, Man City versus SVW. We got a Premier League Bundesliga matchup. This is going to be interesting to watch. Both previous games, absolute dominance from both of these guys. I mean, Dream, who do you got?
I don't know. I can't predict that. I don't want to curse anybody because that's usually what I do. But my goodness, you can't count out. I mean, the SSJ, right? Goteo. I'm going to go with the underdog here because Adida's obviously a pro, sweep the last game. But Goteo almost in for Man City there. But still, That's just quite a comeback. You can't count out how well, like being down 3-0 and have that resilience. I'm gonna just take it as that. You have the confidence, you have that energy. We had talked about that at the top of show, Cryptics. That's gonna be what is necessary. The keys, the forward key to victory here today is to have that resiliency.
Nah, for sure. I mean, we're seeing some tactic adjustments here. Man City going to be taking it up the field, sending it immediately outside to Kyle Walker. I mean, that's a guy you can trust with the ball. Going to try and switch it up, maybe send a long ball. It doesn't work out. We're going to try the same play again, or not. Going to slow it down. Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker just working it up the field, taking their time. They got plenty of time to burn. Phil Foden down the wing, looking for a cross. We're going to player lock on Holland, pulling him outside into the space. Kyle Walker trying to send it inside to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to. Just like that, we're going to see SVW making their way back up the field. A very fast counter. Man City able to hold it off. And just like that, we're going to be working up the right side of the field again. I'm curious. I want to see some on the left side of the field for Man City. Just like that, we're going to see a switch. Gavardio running up the left. It's going to be pretty much a 2v4, and we have a cross straight over to Holland. This is a pretty back and forth game so far. I mean, the pace is only going to get picked up from here because something has to happen.
Yeah. A lot of, and we've seen a lot of passes too, right? On terms of SVW and Adida, a lot of those incisive passes just make a lot of accuracy because, that's really key, right? If you have control over the ball, you see that chip shot over the top, but the control, right, that we have from Man City and the defense has been kind of even between both teams.
Yeah, no, it's been quite impressive. I mean, their counters both just pretty much getting straight to the other team's 18 and then instantly just getting the ball stolen. Holland getting a shot off at the top of the box. Unfortunately, not going to make something happen. But, I mean, that positioning is pretty much where both teams have gotten up to on either side of the field. So, surely something will get in the net at some point. It's just a matter of trying. It's a matter of making those adjustments, finding the open space, making those passes. And, I mean, clearly both of these guys know how to do that. They wouldn't be here without it. So, anything is possible. We don't know what's about to happen. I mean, we have the ball being passed up the field from the SVW side, looking for a play on the right side. It's very, very centralized play style, it seems like, from this SVW team. I mean, Man City doing a great job at cutting off the lanes on the outside. We do see a pass on the inside. Maybe a switch here. No, we'll still work it up the right side, possibly, but we got a steal there from Man City. Got to look for the space. Erling Haaland getting the ball, looking for an option. Unfortunately, does not see the drop behind him, so that's a steal from SVW. SVW switching it over. Once again, playing it up through the middle. Fast passing tiki-taka. We're going to see a long ball on the right side. Beautiful run here from Stage. Stage seeing options in the middle, deciding to take his time, let his players catch up, keeping the pace of the game alive. We're seeing some left stick dribbling. Stage working the ball, sending it out to the right side. Down the right. We're working on the right side. Heavy now, man. It went from central all the way to the right. Going to see maybe a cross here. He doesn't have too many options. He has one option inside, one option for drop, but Man City doing a great job at cutting off these passing lanes. We finally get a pass on the inside. They're playing the space, man. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, playing the space indeed. I mean, we're going all over here, all over the field, from the top to the middle to the center, but regardless, it's just been the pace, the passes, the control from SVW too as well, just trying to set up maybe for a shot, see what we can do, maybe a chip shot from the top, but the block there from Walker too, and now Foden, maybe on the bottom half here, does go out. So maybe we get some strategies, repositioning, figure out what we're going to do to counter, because either team, no one has scored here today just yet on this finals match. It is Adida versus Teo. And,
yeah,
you had mentioned how we can't be here today. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, we're definitely going to see some tactic adjustments here, especially this early on in the game. If you're pausing, it's not to make substitutions. It's way too early for that. So, I mean, clearly, both sides recognizing that something needs to change on their side of the field in order to make a play happen. And like we were saying, right, recognizing that on the fly, being able to realize, like, yo, this isn't working. Let me go change these tactics real quick to something that I know will work, or something that I know I can try to at least get in a top attempt for a shot on goal. Because the way it's looking, this game is not going to be one of these high-scoring games that either of these guys had played last game, right? This is a whole new game, and I don't think there's going to be probably more than 3 or 4 goals this game.
Yeah, and you'd see that's exactly what I was just about to ask you. Like, you had mentioned that transitioning, picking those different positionings. Maybe I think that was Adida maybe switching to that 4-3-3 attack, maybe setting up to have maybe 3 cams in the front, or just, I don't know, more than one striker, right? You're thinking about positioning, how we get on the offensive side, but this is definitely a different type of game from what we saw. And that last time around, Adida was wiping the floor with Steven. But this is Goteo has been making it hard.
Yeah, and it seems we might have had a disconnect, so we're going to be getting back into the game shortly. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but once again, I mean, it's giving these guys a little more time to figure some stuff out, right? I mean, Adida, obviously, with working against Man City, it's very hard, and Man City obviously having a pretty difficult time as well. I think the biggest thing is the spacing. They're just having a hard time finding a time to shoot the ball. I mean, the defense on both sides has been incredible. The setup has been incredible. I think both sides, maybe they switch to a more widespread formation because once they realize that space is there and they can get some finesse shots off the top of the box or like whatever, right? They just need shots. So it's just a matter of getting that space, positioning yourself to take those shots, but it's going to take some changes because we're just seeing straight congestion at the top of the box on both sides of the field.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does seem that. But really quickly too, we just wanted to give a quick shout out and a thank you because we couldn't be here today without you. A good shout out to Lenovo, who makes technology smarter for all, as well as Ford, the keys to the game. We had talked about that, presented by Ford Series at the top of the show, but the America's best selling truck for 46 years. So thank you so much to the sponsors of today's broadcast. And man, this has been such a turnaround of a game as we had seen. Adida definitely can't really be too offensive heavy as we'd seen versus Steven. So, gosh, as we come back from this, Cryptics, what type of things do you think that, I don't know, what type of offensive strategies do you think we'll see in terms of the formations, right? Because I noticed that I've seen a lot of 4-5-1s too.
Yeah. I really think I think for a while we're gonna see. I don't think any of you guys are gonna switch to 5 in the back. I think it'll probably just 4-back formation. I think it's just a matter of switching it like midfield, switching the midfield and the offense up, and kind of just catching somebody off guard. Maybe one of these plays because it's like you can't. It's interesting to switch to a 3-back formation just because of how aggressive the attack on these guys are, especially playing against Man City. I mean, Holland is. If you know how to counterattack with Man City, bro, Holland, you just send him on a run. He's super tall, bro. You send him any long ball over the top, it's his, right? So you got to be prepared for stuff like that. And then obviously, Goteo, he's probably never played SVW before, right? So he doesn't really know what to expect. He doesn't know any of these players. So I don't know, man. It's going to be awesome to see the second half, how they adjust. But I think more widespread formations for sure is what we're going to see. They'll eventually realize it's the space is what's giving them the opportunities. And once they get those opportunities and score, it's just a matter of rinse and repeat.
Yeah, you have to find that opportunity too. And like even in competitive gaming, that's just so important. Outsmart your opponents, stay locked in, but finding that key to success is just that one small mistake. Like you have to find a mistake on your opponent. So I believe we are going to be heading back into the game here very shortly. So thank you so much all for joining us here today on the finals of the EA Game Time FC24. Super exciting because, I mean, this has just been the one of waiting. We did Rocket League, Fortnite, and it's only going to continue to grow in other games. But I'm so excited to see the finals here as, again, it has been so close. The winner for today gets gets the choice of an all-expense Dallas Cowboys VIP training camp experience and the choice of a Lenovo Go, as well as that Lenovo M9 tablet. Why you wouldn't pick the Dallas Cowboys VIP training camp experience is beyond me, but hey, we love options.
We do love options. Me personally, I also love options. I mean, me personally, I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys training experience. That sounds absolutely incredible. I mean, you got to think, bro, what can beat? Like, think about it, bro. You are so good at EAFC that the Dallas Cowboys are hitting you up. You're like, yo, bro, we want you to come hang out with our players, have a good time because of how good you are at EAFC. That's literally what's happening here. Can you? I can't even process that. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Huge shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, man. VIP training experience. That's personally what I'm taking. Obviously, we got the Lenovo Go and the Lenovo M9 tablet. as well. Lenovo, you're amazing. I love Lenovo products. Dream, what do you think about Lenovo?
Yeah, well, listen, I will tell you this: Lenovo's super awesome. Those M9 tablets, I have been wanting to pick one up myself. But hey, embark on an epic gaming journey with the Lenovo Legion Go. This powerhouse, all right, packs a Windows 11 gaming PC in your hand, and it's powered by AMD Ryzen Z1 series processors. Experience gameplay mastery with FPS mode, detachable controllers, and an immersive 8.8 QHD quality display. And then the Legion Space connects to a popular launchers for easy access to your favorite titles. So with a 49.2 watt hour battery, Cryptics, like that's fast charging, game on. And you can move without limits. Absolutely insane. Love Lenovo. Okay, so I want to pick up one of those tablets. I'm not going to lie. It looks super cool. You can do so much with it.
No, for sure. I mean, Lenovo, making some of the best products on the market. Speaking of best, right, we're in the Dallas Cowboys game time, EAFC Championship. We have some of the best EAFC players in the world playing this tournament right now. Taking a look at the bracket. These guys, there were 4 qualifiers. These guys are who came out on top, and now we are down to the final match. We are about halfway through, going through some technical difficulties, so we apologize once again. We will get back into it very shortly, but we have Goteo versus Adida. This is quite the matchup. If you guys missed it, both previous matchups, first game, Chris versus Goteo was a 6-5 match, and then Steven versus Adida was 7-1. And, I mean, now we're in the finals, 0-0 as of now, but it has been quite the match, and I'm really looking forward to get back into it. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. They are loading back into the match as we speak, and we're going to get right into it. But these games so far have been incredible. Dream, what's been your favorite moment so far of this stream so far today?
It has to be how fast and how quickly that Goteo was able to come back. That quickness between the Man City even tripped you up. Okay, you're the expert, which you are an expert. Don't get me wrong, but that's how fast it was.
So fast paced. It's just like it's funny because we were even saying in our break I was tripping because the game usually does not go that fast. You usually don't see 6-5. It's usually a little more of a lower score, right? Or a score. We're talking about football. We're talking soccer here, man. So, I mean, it was just insane to see. And right now we're back into the game.
I was with you though too. I was like, yes, you're right. We're going to another halftime minute. I was so lost, but that was so awesome. Goteo, super amazing stuff. To even be able to contest Adida, the pro, who's been recently just beaming in tournaments and doing his best. But as you see here, it is a tie game still. And oh my gosh, who's going to be the first to score? That's going to be the question here. Is Man City in control?
I think Man City, I got Man City, honestly, just because it's Man City, right? But, I mean, we have a very fast counter here from SVW. Adida looking for the left side of the field. Player locking on the outside. He will have options inside. Curious what he's going to do here. The crossing it would be rough. It was a good pass on the inside. Unfortunately, not able to make something happen. He did have a few more options on the top of the box. I think, could have played there maybe. But once again, just a matter of trying stuff out. We're going to see Man City dribbling down the right side again. I don't know if you remember last offensive play. They did the same thing. Plenty of space on the left side. We're going to send to the right side again. This time to Kyle Walker instead of Phil Foden. Holland dropping it back. L2X drop. Phil Foden with the ball. Nearly a goal. Beautiful save from SVW. And that's the attempt that Man City needed, right? So the fact that they got that shot off, the fact that they got that space, that opportunity, for them, that's a green flag, right? So it's a matter of just rinsing and repeating, because if you got that shot off, you can get it off again. It's just a matter of making it.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, Ed, you mentioned I'm thinking for Man City. You're thinking of Holland, right? Even in his player ratings, I was looking at some of the stats. Overall in the game is 91. So being one of those best, play styles. Even you're thinking power header, quick steps, right? Super aggressive, attack heavy. So we haven't really seen anyone really get through these defensive lines, but we might see a score here, Cryptics, as it's getting crazy. We're getting close. Pass in the lower half of the field.
It's been crazy to see. I mean, the thing is with Adida, I think maybe switch the ball a little bit more. I think free up some space, because if you notice, Adida is just only playing the left side of the field. We're seeing the right side of the field being played rarely. He's bringing it up the right side of the field, but a lot of the play is being based heavy on the left side of the field for him. So maybe switch it up, create more space for yourself, get some opportunities the same way Man City was. And if you notice, Man City taking it right down the right side of the field, but just tiki-taka all the way inside the box, which is why they were able to get the shot off. Unfortunately, SVW not able to make something happen like that, but we are seeing some adjustments here, seeing some substitutions being made very early into the game. No tactic adjustments that we saw on this side. Man City may be doing something, especially being up 1 goal. You're going to probably want to drop back, play it a little more defensive, or, right? We don't know. Is he comfortable with this lead? Is he not? We don't know. We got to find out. Let's see the setup real quick. Oh, man. We got to throw in here. Man City, good positioning. Kevin De Bruyne looking for an option, dropping it back to Rodri. Rodri playing the space on the inside. Looking for the lane, unfortunately cut off immediately. I mean, the width of the defense from SVW, they're making sure nobody is able to get the ball and thread it through, especially when you have a midfielder as good as Kevin De Bruyne, man. That is a threat. That is an absolute threat to any team.
Yeah, having a very important midfielder too as well. But
we see a switch here. Switch to the left side of the field. We haven't seen Man City take it up the left side of the field here a ton. Once again, playing it through the middle. Maybe I was thinking maybe they switch it back to the right, but nah, man. I mean, we're still Jack Grealish sending it up to Doku. He has an option on the left, does not take it. I mean, the defense is so aggressive. It is so fast paced. It's like Man City get the ball, they lose it. SVW gets the ball, they lose it. Man City gets the ball. Dude, it's so back and forth. It's like we're playing tennis right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But we might have an opportunity. No, I was going to say, but nah, it's not enough.
Unfortunately, not. I think me and you saw the same lane there on the left side of the field. He didn't hit it. He decided to go right. It's just the space is there. I just don't think they're seeing it. But when you're in this competitive of an environment, right, when you're this dialed in, you know, sometimes you're going to have tunnel vision. You're not going to be able to see every single option on the field as you would, right? There's nerves. You're playing for some incredible prizes on the line. So naturally, you know, there's going to be nerves running through the system, which will affect the play style.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like SVW, maybe a pass to Alvaro seems to be like the one that's kind of open up on that top side of the field here, but regardless, still passing back and forth, defensive heavy, maybe setting up for a play for chip shot from the top, and maybe a pass. Beautiful play from SVW. What a score from Adida, finally on the board.
Wow. So it's 1-0 now, man. 1-0. So SVW can really park the bus if they really wanted to. I made a mistake earlier, man. I said Man City scored earlier. No, SVW scoring now. I mean, 1-0. I mean, Man City, their backs are against the wall, but we still have plenty of time. I mean, half ain't even over yet. We still got second half. Anything can happen in this game. 1-0. I mean, I'm speechless. This is not something you expect to see, right? You don't expect to see SVW beating Man City in a tournament like this. But, hey, Adida holding it down. Props to Adida.
Yeah. And I think that was some of the changes in the substitutes that we had saw off screen there earlier. That was Adida making some changes. So clearly beneficial for him.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe beneficial again.
Oh, my goodness.
Another.
Yo!
For SVW, Adida heating up now. The changes, the striker dropbacks, maybe. So offensive heavy now.
Wow.
Adida finding the rhythm.
I mean, Goteo is just, I mean, when it's back-to-back goals like that, it's, you know, it's hard for it to not be a little demoralizing. And especially now that Adida's just kind of working the ball up the field like he knows what he's doing. And it's like I was saying earlier, it's just a matter of finding what works and rinse and repeat. And Adida found what works, and now he's rinsing and repeating. We're seeing a counter here from Goteo and Man City, trying to work it up the field with Kyle Walker. They nearly had a shut-off earlier with this same strategy and unfortunately not able to make it happen. Luckily, still able to get the ball. De Bruyne sending it to Rodri. Rodri back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne looking for an option. Just back and forth between the two. Not creating too much space. Wow. That would have been, if we saw something there, because that's just one of those things. That's a little random, that little space that he found there, but beautiful pass from him. We got a corner. Holland not able to get his head on the ball. We're going to see maybe a counter here from Adida. Adida taking his time, working the ball up the field, setting it up. We have a run down the right side. Are we going to see a cross? Are we going to see, the keeper being pulled out? Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, smart play pulling the keeper out just because he had another option on the inside. But, I mean, he thought he was going to be able to get the shot off. Unfortunately, not able to finish it. And, I mean, we're back here with the corner. SVW on the attack.
And SVW too as well. I mean, we even saw in the previous game versus Steven almost making a corner shot, like straight up first touch. Absolutely insane. SVW really finding the rhythm though, but gosh, that switch up, whatever it was during that break, that switch up the strategy to break through Goteo, but not to count out Goteo, okay, as we enter the halftime here. Goteo was in the first game down versus Chris A. Lopez, right? Down 0-3, knows how to come back. Knows how to come back and find some way to counter. So,
yeah,
what do you think?
It's funny because a lot of times you'll see actually a lot of teams actually perform better when they're down 1-0. And this could very easily be one of those. I mean, like you said, we've seen it last game, right? Down 0-3. So to come back from if you came back from being down 3 goals, there's no reason why you can't come back from being down 1.
Exactly. And Goteo knows how to do just that. So we'll see on the offensive side here for Man City being able to do it last game on the second half.
Looking for his options. Playing the left side, Akanji outside to Gvardiol. The Croatian doing some left stick dribbling. Inside to Grealish, inside to Doku. Doku may be able to get something off. Unfortunately, not able to get the shot off, but don't worry, Phil Foden here to close it out. Wow. Phil Foden, the man to do it in the 49th minute. We now bring the score to 2-1.
What did we say?
Like we were saying, dude, it's like anything could change, man.
So quickly, too, how it was so fast. But SVW,
oh my goodness. Oh, we have a counter here. We have a counter. Man, he hits that L1 triangle ball slightly sooner, and Doku is gone, man. We're seeing the ball switched over. Playing the space here for SVW, looking for options. We got 2 players on forward runs. We send it out to the left side. He has an option in the middle. Will he send it in? He does not. He does not send it in the lane that's open. Working it up the right side. We're seeing it's like they're trying to draw them out. They're playing very slow. The lanes are open, but they're not taking the easy lanes. They're I don't know what they're trying to do. It's very interesting, but ultimately trying to score the ball is what it's taking, and they're doing whatever they can to make it happen.
Yeah, doing whatever they can indeed here. Passing it up though, but SVW though always seems to find some way to get through.
They do. I mean, look how quick the passing is, right? It's the thing, like they're making sure they're not holding the ball for too long, and when they are, they're making sure they have options. I mean, SVW clearly just time torching right now. The thing is, though, SVW is up 2-1, right? So he can take his time. Man City, I mean, they're in a bit of a predicament here. They're down a goal, so they got to make something happen. Doku, unfortunately, not able to make a play out of that. Does get the steal off. But yeah, man, I mean, you're down 1. You got to pick up the pace and the play style because that's what it's going to take, right? You need to score another goal, no matter what. And just like that, Man City does just that. Wow. And now, just like we're back to a draw. We're back to a draw, 2-2.
It's literally like it just started, and this is what Goteo does best. Under pressure, always brings it back. Even game now.
This has been an insane tournament so far from Goteo. I mean, it's just, like I said at halftime, man, some people truly just operate better under pressure, and I think Goteo might just be one of those people. I think Goteo might just be him, right? Like, operating under pressure like this, especially in a tournament this big, oh my goodness, SVW with another goal, 3-2. Wow, the pace is picking up. This game started off so slow, and this second half has just been insane. 3-2. Wow, Adida with the lead, up by 1, but I mean, like we've seen from Goteo, this is nothing for him. This is his comfort zone. He's down by 1, cool, he'll score 2. Phil Foden taking it up the wing. Oh my goodness, Kyle Walker losing it, unfortunately. We're going to see a dribble up the left side of the field for SVW. Stage giving it up to the top. He will have options. He sends it out left, looking for a cross, pulls back. He has 3 options in the middle. Drops it to play the space. Oh my goodness, he's taking his time, man. He's taking his time. He's doing the same thing he did before Man City scored their second goal. He doesn't have to push. He can pass to whoever he wants. Man City has to attack him, bro. So
it's right. I mean, maybe stall the time, but you should see my face right now. My jaw is dropped right now, but here's an opportunity, maybe potentially. But is that a flag?
Throw in for Man City. Not throw in for Man City. So we're going to get De Bruyne looking for the option down the right side. He has an option to drop. He does do that. Phil Foden dropping it back to Walker. Walker looking for an option. He gives it to Haaland. Haaland to De Bruyne. De Bruyne up to Rodri. Unfortunately, Rodri just giving it straight to Adida. And then D-Man working it up the field. Giving it up. Just a wide open ball. Unfortunately, will be offsides. We are going to a pause break. Let's see if there's any adjustments made. If there's tactic adjustments, substitutions. I'm curious to see what we're going to have here.
Yeah. And this is kind of what happened last time around, too. Adida made some changes. Alvaro was the one, actually, to that setup play, actually, that initiated everything, right? Making a couple of changes. It seems to be the play, though, to switch about. So very curious on the plays here on how we will continue to be on the aggressive side. But for Goteo, what a comeback on this second half, being down by 2 points, being able to bring it back to a tie, and then now SVW on up 1 point. So for Man City, you got to figure out how to score here, and maybe Holland would be the one to do it on the offensive side. But regardless, the ball is in control for SVW. Adida looking to get that Dallas VIP secured.
Yeah.
The training camp experience.
I don't even blame it, man. Yeah, no, lock that down, man. I would love, Dallas Cowboys VIP training experience, man. That is the prize for winning this. Who wouldn't want to go to Dallas and hang with the Dallas Cowboys, man? That sounds awesome. Rodri taking it up the field. I mean, Man City, it's 2-3. At this point, I really just think it's going to be a game of defense because both of these guys have shown they can score. So it's going to be a matter of who can hold it off. SVW Adida with the offsides trap. Smart move out of him. Going to get the ball back, able to work it up the field on this counter here. Schmid working up the middle, passing it out to the outside, send the ball inside. Another offsides play. We're seeing offsides after offsides here. The lines are playing very close. Another pause break here. Dude, it's crazy because the defense is holding the line so well on both sides. Like I was saying, it's going to be a game of defense, bro. And clearly, I think they both see that, and that line is – because the line is messing up both sides of the field now, as we both see. Both plays before this pause break ended in an offsides.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just crazy. Bending it offsides, too, as well. It's just not really being able to get that ball out of there. But for Adida, like you said, you have to play defensive heavy here. You really, or just pass. You don't really need to you don't need to be over aggressive. In esports, some players might have that tendency to drop the ball because they're too aggressive. But playing it safe, maybe here for SVW, maybe Man City trying to get something going here. But the pass over there to Alvarez, and whoa.
My goodness. Wow. Man
contact.
City almost getting it in the net again there, man. That was insane to see. Because if this went to 3-3 in the 83rd minute, I might have been I don't know what, I might have had a heart attack on Stream Dream. I'm gonna keep it a sack. That dude, what is this, man? What are we watching? This game is so close right now.
I've been saying Super Saiyan mode right here for That's it.
That's it. We got 5 minutes here. We got, Goteo, you got this. You got this, Goteo. We got 5 minutes, right? We've seen you do it. We've seen you come back from 3, right? So surely you can come back from 2. We have
3 minutes,
Goteo.
5 minutes, maybe.
The game is not done. It is not done until the ref blows the whistle. But anything is possible. But right now, it is looking like Adida will be taking it. It's looking like Adida will be going to Dallas and hanging out with all of the Dallas Cowboys. And, if I'm being honest, I'm a little jealous because I want to hang out with the Dallas Cowboys too. But, good for you, Adida. But Goteo getting the ball back, trying to work a counter here in the limited amount of time he has. Unfortunately, not able to make something happen. SVW and Adida, they have no reason to do anything. They can just straight time torch. They're going to take it to the corner. If he even shoots this, I'll be surprised. He doesn't even need to.
No, he might not need to. But there is the shot there. Maybe get that ball over to Holland, but you see maybe in an opening, try to find something in the midfield here. And maybe the block from SVW may be in control and taking it back. But still, on the defensive side, SVW is up 2 points.
Wow.
Maybe Man City can get something going, but oh my goodness.
We got 30 seconds. That'll do it. And ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Cowboys game time EAFC 24 champion is Adida. Clap it up. W's in the chat. Absolutely beautiful.
Congratulations to Adida, our Dallas Cowboys game time EAFC 24 champion. Took 4 qualifiers to potentially go through to get here, and he came out on top 7-1 on game number 1 and game number 2 4-2. But my goodness, that is absolutely insane, that comeback, because throughout that last game, Adida, it was just tied all around, right? It was just so close and just completely coming out with the heat, Cryptics.
Nah, it was quite impressive. Goteo put up a hell of a match, man. He fought until the very end. He made it through the qualifiers. He made it all the way to the grand finals. And unfortunately, just cutting it short, but still huge props to Goteo. That was very impressive. Adida just absolutely dominating everybody he's played against. So props to both, but Adida taking it. And that was insane to see. That last match was incredible. But, both games, even before the finals, were just absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, no, 100%. And shout outs to all of the competitors who played out here today. Chris A. Lopez, as well as Goteo. That was an insane game that we had switched between the two. Also on the other side, Adida versus Steven, and completely domination from Adida on that game number 1, 7-1. And as well as Goteo just coming back versus Chris to even make it here to finals. Crazy, 6-5, but being down 0-3. Goteo, you got to give yourself a pat on the back. Still have an opportunity to pick, or at least have the prizes in the prize pool, because again, Adida does get to pick between the three. Why Adida wouldn't pick that Dallas Cowboys VIP experience, I have no idea. But as we take a look at the prizing, again, we have all expense paid trip to the VIP training camp experience with the Dallas Cowboys, as well as the Lenovo Go and the Lenovo M9 tablet.
Yeah, I mean, just beautiful prizes from Lenovo for this beautiful tournament. I mean, I've had a ball here so far today, and we're still not done. We have a post-game winner interview coming up. I know I'm looking forward to that. Dream, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I can't wait till we get into that interview. But you know what? Game time prizes have included Super Bowl tickets, a VIP training camp experience, and now a VIP home game experience. I mean, there's been so many prizes up for grabs. Like, what's next? I can't wait for these tournaments to continue on. But this interview, as we I believe we should be having here ready very shortly. I cannot wait to talk to Adida, because you can't imagine being 18 years old and just being this first year like really competing, and now you just won a Dallas VIP training camp experience, all inclusive paid. You have to feel on top of the world right now.
No, it's crazy. I mean, it's just the fact that he's 18. It really just shows anybody can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can make it happen. And if you want to be like Adida, sign up, play in the Dallas Cowboys game time tournaments. I mean, the EAFC, man, this game is incredible. We have Adida here right now. Adida, how are we doing, bro? How are you feeling?
Oh, feeling great. I'm excited about what I won, and I'm happy about how I played. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, huge congrats, bro. Huge congrats. First off, my first question to you is the team choice. What's the reason behind that? Just curious.
They have a CDM. He's 6'8". And if you put him, he has a trait aerial that's white. So he has aerial trait, and aerial trait helps you win headers. So it's in the pro scene, I guess a lot of people use Erling Haaland. You'll see a lot in EAFC. And so he's basically my try to be Erling Haaland at up there, and then you hit it up to him, and he's just able to head it to someone, and you usually get a goal. So it's nice.
Look, yo, I mean
I love that.
That's insane. That's impressive. I mean, bro, this man literally just found the meta in some random Bundesliga team. You gotta think, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. So for the first game, what was your thoughts on the first game, right? Because I mean, obviously it was So going into the finals, what was your mindset after that first game?
I was just I knew I just needed to win.
So I'd have to ask you, Adida, having that confidence and needing to win, because I just saw that you just went to the VBL International Series qualifier back in March. Would you say competing in those LAN settings and those events helped you prepare for today?
Yeah, and even I definitely think it would help. And I won it in March initially, but my actual tournament was, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. I went out to Germany and competed there, so I ended second place, so not bad. And then now, even right now, I'm in Dallas competing in a DreamHack Dallas tournament, and it's 256 of the best players in the whole world, and it's 16 teams per group, and only the first makes it through to play on Sunday, and I made it out my group, so I'm playing on Sunday to compete for a spot in the World Cup.
So what you're telling me, dude, is you can win 2 tournaments in one weekend here. Is what you're telling me.
It's what you're telling us.
This could happen, man. This is gonna be insane. Adida, wow, I'm mind blown, bro.
Yeah, I have the confidence. Who am I? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You have the confidence.
Oh, I have the confidence that I know I'm the best and I can beat anyone. So that's I think the mentality that gets me there.
That's all it takes, bro. Like, you got something like that, you are one dangerous individual. You are an absolute menace to society, and you won't do anything to make it happen. And clearly you are, bro. Clearly you are. Like, huge props to you. Now you just won. Like, obviously there's some prizes here. What are you thinking of taking for the prizes?
Yeah,
here?
I was like, what are you picking?
I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys VIP training camp experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, bro. We were talking
As
before
you
you came in. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. We would have done the same thing.
I like the NFL, but this may not sound too good, but I'm a 49ers fan, so.
Wait, hold up.
Take it away.
My bad.
Take it away. Give it to Goteo.
Man. Yeah, that was all right. We'll cut that out.
We'll cut that out.
No, that's awesome though, dude. I think you're gonna have an amazing time, and obviously shout out to the Dallas Cowboys and Lenovo and all our amazing sponsors of this event. I mean, Dream, you have any last questions for Adita?
I was gonna say, yeah, Adita, do you have any special shout outs or where we can find you on socials or any last words that you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, just all my socials, Adita FIFA, everywhere, like across pretty much all platforms. You can find me there. So yeah.
Sick.
All right. Well, congratulations again on taking first place on the EAFC 24 championship, and good luck competing on the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yep.
No, that was just absolutely insane from Adita. I'm glad we got to talk to him. He got a lot going on, man. He's absolutely killing it. Props to Adita, man. I mean, not to mention he has a whole other tournament he's playing in this weekend, and it would be awesome to see him take that. So, I mean, like you said, guys, follow his socials, tune in, see how he does. I know I will be. So, I mean, huge props to Adita and everybody else in the tournament as well, especially today. We got Chris, Steven, and Goteo. Huge props to these guys. They showed out. They played their hearts out. Obviously, only one person come out on top, and it was Adita.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, and congratulations to Adita again. And thank you for all competitors and competing. There were 4 qualifiers that these players did get through that had to compete to get here today. But you know what? Shout out to as well to our sponsors. Lenovo makes smarter technology for all, as well as Ford. Thank you so much. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 46 days. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And as well as the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboy Nation. Thank you so much for this. I mean, really, this is just tournaments, right? Across of all different titles, and there's only going to be more. King Cryptics, any final words before we, man.
I mean, like, it's been a great day. I think we've all been a little bit mind blown here, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking forward to the next EAFC Dallas Cowboys Game Time tournament.
Well, all right. I guess thank you guys so much for joining us here today. Congratulations to Adita, and I guess we will see you on the next one very soon. And, well, thank you so much for everything and for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.